If you're wondering why your penis tastes like barbecue sauce, you've come to the right podcast. This is the Cream Spot. I'm the delicious Nicolicious.
And I am the Rowdy Rob Dog.
Rowdy Rob Diggity Corncob Rob Diggity Dangle Pipe Corncob Rob.
Rowdy.
If this is your first time joining us on this show, thanks for coming along. We're two exceptionally profound, immature human beings. We've found some type of niche in a very dark world, but we do our best to light it up. What's different about tonight? We're live streaming it on YouTube.
And let's not skip over the fact that it's also your birthday.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot I passed.
There you go, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm 33 years old, so that makes us currently the same age.
For now, yeah, until next month.
For a few days, You're not older than fuck. Older as,
Yeah.
Old stinky balls and shit, man.
There's 1 month out of the year where we're the same age.
It ain't easy being greasy. You feel me?
No, it's not at all.
I woke up this morning. Well, actually, it's a school day. My oldest daughter goes to school at the fucking crack of Jesus. As soon as the sun even starts to think, when the sun's alarm clock goes off, that's when my daughter goes to school. It's not fair.
Right.
The bus runs at like 6:50 or something like that. I do not like that.
That is insane.
And she doesn't even ride the bus because my wife thinks it's inhumane. She thinks it's, it's mean to the kids to make them ride the bus.
Shit.
My kids, they used to like riding the bus. Don't fuck with it now because we pull up in the whip in the Rolls Royce and they're this, thank you, Daddy. They get in and off we go.
Tip their chauffeur and luckily our bus stops right out in front of our house, but we don't have in school right now, so they're all at home.
And I've flushed so much money down the drain with DoorDash. You've never used DoorDash, have you?
Yeah, we
okay.
only really, really late whenever we're too fucking lazy to get up and want to go somewhere.
It is so much more expensive on DoorDash.
So we will double the money that we would have spent normally.
Yeah, but if I could Uber my kids to school, that would be a whole different ball game. But you got to be of age, and there's a bunch of. I don't think I can just put my kids in a car with a stranger.
Yeah.
Especially with how fucking... There's been some Uber murders and stuff like that before. There's been some wild shit.
No surprise. There's crazy people everywhere you go.
I don't like it one bit.
No.
I'm going to actually record this episode.
Okay. That makes sense. You got to push the one that says record.
It's not going to work.
Okay.
We're out of space, and I'm not going to stop.
Yeah. Fuck it. So let's hope we can make it through.
We've never had the computer fail us before.
No. This will be the one time, though.
Hopefully it is. Let's say hello to our new Patreon subscribers, and if you would like to have your name spoken and rolled off the lips of me or Rob Diggity Dangle Dog for only $1, which equivalates to about 13 cents via Patreon dollars, go to Haley. Oh, no, wait a second. That's the first person. Go to patreon.com.
Go to Haley.com.
First, don't go. I cannot say what happens there.
That is.
Go to patreon.com/Brohio podcast. Haley smokes is the first one on our list for this week.
Hey, cool.
I don't know what she smokes. Cock rockets, cigars, cigarettes, cigarellos, black and milds, marijuana bongs. Haley smokes. Thank you for your Patreon pledge.
Hysterically paranormal. Thank you.
I think they are a podcast.
I would assume.
I'm not 1,000,000% sure, but I believe they are a podcast.
That's the best way to get a shout out if we won't play your promo.
So go check out
Hysterically. Give us $1.
Yeah, go check out the Hysterically Paranormal. Next we have Vanessa Vera. That sounds like a really fancy name.
Yeah, it does.
She definitely owns some designer handbags for sure. Vanessa, thanks for not wasting money on your designer handbags, and thanks for giving your money to the greater cause of God.
Next we got Brandon Garland. Thank you very much.
Big Dick.
No, Dick Bick.
Oh, Dick Bick. I bet you when this person did this, they're like, I wonder if I can get him to say Big Dick. Because they know we're dyslexic idiots.
Like we've never said it before. Cassidy Wolf. Thank you very much, Ms. Wolf.
Kyle McMaster. He's definitely a professional wrestler. If I was a professional wrestler, I would be Kyle McMaster. Thank you, McNasty, for the Patreon pledge.
Tyler Clem. Sorry, Mr. Clem.
Samuel Darby. Samuel, thank you for the Patreon pledge.
Darby.
If you like this show, the one thing that helps us out a lot is go to Apple, iTunes. I don't know what it's called now. Apple Podcasts.
There you go.
You can do a 5-star review Or you can do a 1-star review, and if you show enough hate, well, no, we don't like those.
Did we get many of those this week?
I don't know. I didn't really check the reviews this week.
I'm sure we got at least one.
This one's kind of delayed, so
okay.
It's not really up to date. But sometimes if you come through here, let's just find a good 1-star. We already read that one last week. Let's see.
Pretty crap.
Pretty crap. We haven't look. Not funny. This is from Kara 2772. About 20 minutes of actual information and 40 minutes of irrelevant, dirty jokes.
Okay.
That's nasty. That wasn't even a very mean one. Thanks, Kara, for not being that mean to us.
Yeah, I mean, that's factual. That's pretty factual.
Look at all these. Nope. Okay, here's one from Fusey11. I had to scroll down all the way back to August for this one. Fusey11. I don't write podcast reviews, but damn it, this one blows.
These people that say that are always the ones that do.
If you want to hear two dudes just talk about nothing and never actually speak on the episode topic, listen to this.
That's not true.
Just a bunch of failed anecdotes, inside jokes you won't get. Well, maybe start from the beginning.
It's not an inside joke. We don't ever have inside jokes. It's always relevant to the show.
Oh,
you fucking rube.
And random babble from two guys you don't know. Cool, good one.
When you listen, you don't know fucking anybody. Do you know someone that you just meet?
Your mom knows me because I fucking fisted her last night, you non-humor having son of a bitch.
What a fucking dildo.
Tried to fist her, but my whole body fell in. Because your mom's fat.
I take that back. A dildo actually gets pussy.
Oh. If you would like to leave us a review, go to Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review, preferably a 5-star. If you got to do a 1-star, make it real fucking good.
But then change it after the fact.
Change it.
We need that 5.
Ashley Alexander, happy birthday. Yeah, the YouTube live stream is going off right there. I'm not going to pay any attention to it because I'll get sidetracked.
I'm on it.
Okay.
Wait, that wasn't your dad that said that? I was like, what? Your dad's on there?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right. We normally, if you, like I said before, if you're joining us for the first time, oftentimes we'll start the show with a funny news article. This week we got some audio to go with it.
Sweet.
It's a meth addict. I presume she's a meth addict, but she's been pulled over by the police. They've included the dash cam.
Okay, great.
And she's very animated in the fact that she has to take a shit, and she's very upset that she's been pulled over.
We've all been there.
Because she's got to take a big old poopy. So we're going to go ahead and dial this one up real quick. I'm going to do my best to dial it up.
Big old creamy meth shit.
Yeah. What, I don't know how, I've never heard of meth makes you shit. So.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I know beer does.
We should definitely do meth and see if it makes us poop.
I'm down.
All right.
Let's cook it too.
Let's see if we can get this thing to work real quick. Oh, they're going to play an ad. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
You know, this is a real wild card when I use these websites like this where we just got to pull them up on the spot.
Yeah.
What I could do to prepare us is just record it before the episode.
That's too much work.
But I don't feel like that would...
Like to fly by the seat of our dicks.
It would fall in line with us actually working real hard.
Yeah.
So let's play this one.
Drivers hoping to get out of a ticket, but
Hey,
this next
baby?
excuse is new to us and probably to the officer. News Source Peyton Yeager and Enid with more on the bumpy ride and the explosive arrest.
Enid police having to call several officers to help arrest a suspect, the driver not giving up on trying to take care of some very important business.
Damn. Hang on a second.
High-speed.
Why does this news station have the hottest reporters?
It's Oklahoma, dude.
Holy shit. Okay, sorry.
Oklahoma.
Chase.
Step out of the car!
Ooh.
Guns drawn in residential Enid. All starting with a traffic stop. At the wheel, this woman, Emily Owings,
crying.
initially pulled over
Crying
for not
mugshot.
wearing her seatbelt. The only form of identification, her medical marijuana card.
Your license
Yes.
is suspended?
Why?
I don't know.
Let's also acknowledge that she is not sitting up against the back of her seat, so she is literally up against the damn steering wheel.
Yeah,
that can be comfortable.
The seat looks like it's broken.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
Why?
This bitch has never plucked her eyebrows before. She needs to go to one of those places in the mall where they pull your eyebrows out with the yarn.
Oh, yeah. That fucking... Oof.
Leave some razor burn on there.
Right.
And now I'm waiting to see if you have warrants through Woods County and...
Poop so bad.
Where do you think I was going?
Where do you think...
Wait a second.
Wow.
She said, I have to poop so bad. And
Me too.
The cop said, where do you think I was going? Just cops are always on their way to poop. That's why they drive faster than us.
That makes sense.
Not because they can, just because they're always on their way to poop.
Yeah.
Huh?
A bizarre
It's my birthday,
excuse
too.
and her 28th birthday, not the only problem she's dealing with. Police say she wasn't supposed to be behind the wheel in the first place.
Ouch.
A warrant out for her arrest in Winoka, allegedly
Man.
fighting an officer.
Why did you just let me go?
Why would he?
Because I know your license is suspended.
I won't drive no more, but can I please go home and go poop? Enid officers calling for backup.
You have warrants through Woods County, and they're coming to get you.
This is my favorite part. He tells her, you got warrants. She says, like, fuck I do. And she puts it in drive, and she fucking leaves. Yeah, here it comes.
Wait.
Ma'am.
Fuck you guys. She gone.
Sparking a pursuit, topping
man.
70 miles per hour,
Topping
blowing through
70.
stop signs, and a school
I guess
zone.
that is residential, so that's
Eventually
fast.
stopping.
Get out of the vehicle now!
They're going to shoot her.
Arrested,
You done fucked up.
off to jail, and her charges upgraded.
Can I poop in your car, man?
You could have already been on your way to jail.
Not pooping?
The car.
Police searching Owings' car and finding a pipe.
Damn.
And inside of it,
Yep.
meth.
Meth.
In Enid,
Okay, so I
There
was
you
right.
go.
It's methamphetamines. She was very much on the way to poop. She needed to poop.
That reporter was a dime. Sorry, that's...
It's Oklahoma for
God
all
damn.
of you listening at home.
Woo.
Rob knows what he's doing after work.
Woo.
He's like, hey, babe, can we get those rabbit ears out and see if we
I
can
gotta
pick
go
up
to
the
Oklahoma.
Can we pick up the Oklahoma stations on the TV there?
Wow. All right.
Okay, so here's for the episode this week. All week long, I could not fucking settle on anything. Just nothing sounds super awesome. I'm just one of those funks where nothing sounds good, man.
Yeah.
And then I started doing research on the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel.
Yeah.
Haunted.
Yep.
It's got about 3 short haunting stories that would have lasted us maybe 13 minutes.
Hell yeah. That's the only thing that sucks, man, is that a lot of the really good things have no substance to them.
I know.
It's literally a bunch of accounts of the same shit, especially with hauntings.
Yeah, but the cool thing about the Hollywood Roosevelt is it was Marilyn Monroe stayed there.
Right.
And she kind of made her home there for a few months, and they took pictures of her by the pool for some suntan lotion ads and shit, so it's kind of, she's said to have haunted the place, but my favorite part was there's...
you go there, you can fuck her too, just like everybody else did.
There's one story about a actor, Cliff, something Cliff, but he would always stay there and practice his lines, but to this day, people can hear him practicing his trumpet. Just,
What a dick.
he's so fucking mad. If I was in a hotel and someone's like... I would be really upset if someone was playing a fucking trumpet in the hotel.
Those are pretty spot on trumpet noises, man. Good job.
I got a really good mouth trumpet.
Yeah,
I can do
Got a good rusty trombone too.
Some people call me phenomenal rusty trombone. Some people, they won't see me, but they'll hear me playing my mouth trumpet, and they think Louis Armstrong has come back from the dead. That it's so
I get that.
It's so good.
Yeah, I can hear the influence there.
My kids make me play it so they fall asleep. No one. You're the only person that's ever appreciated my mouth trumpet.
Hey, I like it.
Thank you.
If I die before you, I want you to do that at my funeral.
I'm gonna play some emo music at your funeral.
Sweet.
With a mouth trumpet for sure. So I breezed past that one. Then I went on to reactive attachment therapy.
Okay.
That can be an episode for another time. It's where it's one of those things we could probably do and no one's ever heard of it before.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you adopt a foster kid,
okay,
and the foster kid wants nothing to do with you. The kid's like, fuck you, suck my dick. I don't want anything to do with you. So they take him through this thing called a rebirthing treatment, where they roll the kid up in a blanket in a womb, 8, 9, 10-year-old kid. And they make them fight for their life to get out of the womb.
What
the blanket, and then the foster parent is in the room like, come on, you can do it. And then when they finally make it out of the blanket, they bring the kid to like the brink of death.
It sounds like it only works for kids that eat chalk.
Would have worked on me then, I guess.
Right.
I preferred sidewalk chalk because there was a lot more there. It'd fill you up. The chalkboard chalk would never fill me up.
No, not at all.
And they have to wiggle their way out of the womb, and then when they get out, the foster parents are just like, oh, welcome to the world. And it's a really strange thing. There was one specific incident where a girl died during the rebirthing process, and it's a really fucked up story, dude.
Man, okay.
Really, really messed up story.
Okay.
But I was just going through it, and I was like, this is too sad for tonight. Just too dreadful. I don't want to do it. So I settled on, we talked about this earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Worst ways to die.
Yeah.
I figured that's nothing sad about that at all. And there's a lot of things we can kind of interject here without necessarily having to go crazy with the research. Feliz cumpleaños, Rob.
And then she changes it and say Nick. I saw that too.
Feliz cumpleaños. Is that French or?
That's Spanish, dog. Espanol.
I know the song, but I don't know what language it is. Feliz cumpleaños. I don't know the words. I sound like a Native American now. You remember that song was in all the 90s movies. You don't remember that one, do you?
I don't.
You didn't have TVs in your house, did you?
No idea. Was that like a fucking Enya song? You remember Enya?
I do remember Enya. I just recently found out who Enya was. The name of, like, I always heard the song, but I never knew who Enya was.
They did that weird, like, fucking Native American spiritual chanting bullshit.
Yeah, I really like it.
I just thought it was like knockoff Water.
It really turns me on. I also forgot to say happy birthday to Aaron.
Fuck you. No.
He turns 31 on Thursday.
That sucks.
What a miserable fucking age.
Welcome to the shitty 30s.
Welcome.
Well, I guess you've already been there, but
You've
still.
been there, buddy.
You've crossed the threshold.
Happy birthday, fella.
Happy birthday.
Aaron, we love you. Thanks for listening to the show. This first bit of research comes from way of livescience.com. I like to cite my resources anytime I completely rip their pages out of their book. Oh, we got I forgot to tell you. This is so exciting.
Okay.
I told you to shut the fuck up last week and let me sing. And I sang the Godsmack.
Yeah.
We got a copyright infringement from YouTube for the fucking Godsmack song.
You sung too much of it?
Yes. It sounded so much like it. Then we got a copyright infringement.
That's awesome.
I'm not the one who's
Here goes another one.
far away, and I feel the snake bite into my So it said that Godsmack is going to get paid for this video, and you're not. So I'm like, well, we don't even monetize on
right.
YouTube.
Yeah, we're not even monetized.
How cool is that? That's
fucking great.
I've never solidified.
That's a good algorithm that it picked that up out of a 2-hour-long episode.
I know.
Good for it.
So, and I was thinking, dude, I'm getting really sick and tired of this stupid fucking podcast. Maybe we should start a Godsmack cover band. How cool would that be?
I'm down.
I could be the lead singer. I don't know his name. All I know is he has really stupid haircuts all the time.
Yeah, he does. He's he's total dad.
You could do drums and you could do all the stuff, and I could just sing. But we only want to do one song. That's the only one I'm really good at singing.
Just play voodoo over and over again.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some bongos.
You better fucking go away. Yeah. I don't know if I could do
that. Album was dope.
How cool is that, though, for that?
That's pretty sweet.
We're
moving up.
You should prepare next week and see if you can get a copyright infringement.
Okay.
A copyright claim.
I'll think of something.
Just something a cappella is what you need. I think that's what it was.
Gotcha.
That's why it was so pure, because it was a cappella. And I might get one this week for the trumpet thing that happened earlier. You never know. Sure. Let's see. This is from Live Science, and they made a list of scientific research of the most painful ways to die. Not just, there's a lot of bad ways to go out. And I think about all the stuff we've read before where people have died in really weird ways.
Can you just imagine the scientific study of that? They're sitting there, you're knowing you're gonna die, they have you hook up to machines registering your fucking pain tolerance and pain levels and stuff.
Dude, it's so weird, and I don't know how they even go about, and I guess I could have looked into this.
They just watch it and they're like, oh, he was screaming an awful lot. That sounds really painful.
That one fucking sucked, for sure.
He screamed way more than the last guy.
That one really fucking sucked right there.
Yeah.
Number 10 on their list was starvation.
Fuck that.
It may not surprise you to learn that starving to death is no picnic. That's fucked up right there.
That was a horrible pun.
It is no picnic indeed. It's actually relatively difficult to starve to death, and it is in no way a quick end. Your body has evolved over millions of years to weather periods of feast and famine. A lot of feasting going on in this house, and will make adjustments accordingly if the food stops rolling in.
I think I would mentally die before I would physically die because I love food way too much.
I love it as well.
Yeah, I would just want to die at that point.
We all know from Dieting 101 that when faced with starvation, the body will burn through its fat stores for energy. Once that runs out, it will go for the muscle, but eventually it's going to run out of options. The extreme lack of vitamins and minerals will likely lead to a severely weakened immune system. It might be this, as opposed to exclusively starvation, that eventually finishes you off, as you would have little defense against all kinds of diseases, like COVID-19, that's killing everyone in the entire world right now. It's
not you, though.
Not me. It didn't take me, Jesus. If an infection doesn't get you, then you face a period of extreme fatigue and listlessness due to insufficient electrolyte levels, followed by cardiac arrest as a result of tissue degradation. Basically, your body starts to metabolize your heart. That would be a really unfortunate thing to happen.
No, thank you.
You might not even feel hungry during end-stage starvation. Studies have shown that those who are about to die anyway, often from terminal disease, will enter a different kind of starvation mode in which the body just shuts down and switches off the hunger pains that we might expect. This is fine if you're ready to go, but you can bet that most of the people currently starving to death definitely are not ready to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
When I worked in the prison, guys would go on hunger strikes,
mm-hmm.
and you would have to document that when they would say, hey, I'm going on a hunger strike. Typically, an inmate would go on a hunger strike because he wanted something accomplished, and he wasn't getting it accomplished via the networks that an inmate would typically go through, whether it's talking to a supervisor, sending a kite, or an in-institution mail. There's a lot of different ways they have case managers.
I forgot they called them kites.
Yeah, and they would go on a hunger strike, and then you would have to document it. You have to go by their cell and say, hey, you want some goddamn roast beef on a shingle, whatever.
Shit on a shingle.
And they would refuse it, and then you have to write it down every day. And I think at one point I saw a guy get to about day 21 on a hunger strike.
Oh, my gosh.
But I think what happens, these inmates make a pact with the porters in the cell block. You know, the inmates that come in to clean the cell block, and they make a pact with them and say, hey, I'm going on a hunger strike because I'm not getting treated right, but you got to slip me some food.
Yeah, see, because I thought 3 weeks. I thought it's the 3 rules. It's like three minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food.
I don't know.
That's what I thought it was. I might be wrong. I'm not a doctor.
You're probably right.
Yeah. If he was pushing 21 days, that's like he was about to die. He had to have been.
He lost about 17 pounds, which I think
that's
he was
not. Yeah,
I can do 17 pounds in 1 week.
Right,
just switching to water. If I get the Code Red out of my diet, that's what I told my wife the other day. I said I want to start keto. She said, "Okay, what do you want from the grocery store?" I said, "I don't know. I want some keto." She said, "What the fuck? What do you know what fucking keto is, you dumbass?"
Yeah, my wife just started that. She had to last week, and then she lost like 8 or 9 pounds in a week.
That's super, dude.
Yeah.
My wife, she comes back from the grocery store, and she's got a 6-pack. She got a 6er of Code Red. Not Diet Code Red. Real life Code Red. So I think what she's trying to do is she's just trying to keep me fat.
She a feeder.
Keep me happy.
Yeah.
Just, she knows I'm cranky bitch when I'm not eating. So she got me some Code Red. I put it on ice, sucked it down, dude.
It's just another excuse for you to start a week later.
Exactly.
Like, I already got the Code Red in the house. Might as well finish it off.
That's what I always say, too. I say, well, we still got all these fucking root beers left over from the birthday party. I'm going to keep on working on I'm going to work on my fat titties. I don't want the flat titties. I want the fat titties. I'm going to keep on working on that. Next up, as you would guess, is Rob Dog is going to take you through this next one.
Yeah, dehydration. We are always being told to drink more water, and for a very good reason. The human body without water is a disastrous thing. So your body is about 60% water. This keeps you all nice and squishy, as well as helping blood to flow and clearing dangerous toxins from the body. And as you become more and more dehydrated, cells begin to shrink as the body draws water from them to pump into the bloodstream. This unfortunately includes your brain cells, and when these shrink, it's not a good time. This prevents from operating normally, leading to confusion, delirium, headaches, and ultimately coma and death as it becomes unable to sustain normal bodily function. As the brain physically shrinks in the skull, the blood vessels attaching to the cranium can pull away, causing pain and bleeding. One by one, your organs will begin to shut down. The kidneys will go first, and seeing as they are your body's filter system, this is totally not good. Any waste products that are usually excreted in urine will remain in the body, and levels will slowly rise. Toxins begin to build in the blood and under the skin. Muscles will cramp painfully and uncontrollably, and organs will begin to shut down as the blood volume reduces. And in some condition, the process can last nearly 2 weeks.
Jesus, man.
That's not fun at all.
And what the thing is about all these ways to die is these are not quick ways to go out.
Yeah, not at all.
Much like you would prefer kind of something quick.
Right.
Kind of how I would want it. Last night, my wife and I watched Frozen Hope on Netflix. And when I tell you, this is an extraordinary documentary that it absolutely is eye-opening to that part of the world. So what's the main rumor about Walt Disney when he died?
Cryogenically frozen.
Yeah, and that's what this Frozen Hope is about. It's about a Asian family somewhere, and they have a little girl that has an untreatable brain cancer.
Okay.
And they elect to have her cryogenically frozen. And that the place that does it is actually in Arizona, and I think they have only around 400 people in the entire facility that's had it done. And they have this warehouse with these giant eggshells all piled in there. These giant, and there's all full of bodies, a single body in each one. So they elected to have this done to her, and the moment that she died, the team moves in and starts to perform a rapid surgery on her. They completely dehydrate her body, and they inject some type of cryonic mixture to kind of preserve her cells and her tissue and shit. But this was quite a few years ago when she did die. And in this documentary, she has an older brother, and her dad is a fucking genius. And the brother has elected, he wants to do, his main driving point in his life is to find a cure for his baby sister's brain cancer, because they want to bring her back, I guess, resuscitate her. And then when they do that, they have to have a cure for the brain cancer at that point. So he goes and talks to this scientist that's been working on this 28-year-old scientist. He's a huge brainchild. He's an absolute fucking genius. And right at the end of the movie, and I'm going to spoil it for you guys, but he says, the way they prepared your sister, there's probably a 0.01% chance that we would be able to resuscitate her, because the brother says, he says, when they were in the room doing the rapid surgery, dehydrating her, I saw her eyeballs stuck up into her head.
Oh, God.
And yeah, they're like, yeah, that's probably not going to fucking work as far as resuscitating her. And the dad and throughout the entire movie, they're talking like, we're comfortable with the fact that she probably won't see the world until thousands of years from now. I'm just thinking, who's going to maintain this fucking cryonics lab for 1,000 years, if it's even still a thing? And they also were kind of comfortable with the fact that she might not physically come back, that their hopes are that one day her consciousness can be downloaded and put into another vessel, another body, essentially. And it's just so fucking sci-fi, thinking about all this stuff and how it might work and how it might not work. And I told my wife, and let this be my official on record, I just want to be cremated and put in the busiest room of the house. I don't want to be put in the ground and forgot about, where you only...
Yep. I've already said that too.
Where you only see me when you're passing by the graveyard every year or 2 years.
Yep.
Cremate me, put me in a box of Wheaties, I don't know, in an old ice cream container. Put me in the busiest room of the house, because that's where I'm happy, man. That's where all the people are. I want to be where the people are.
We're already demonetized. Fuck it, let's sing everything.
Next up, we got decapitation. That's where you get your head cut. That's where you get your fucking head whacked off, Rob Dog.
All right.
We'll now take a look at the dark world of capital punishment, but let's not lose our heads. This is such a good article. So let's talk about decapitation. One of our favorite sound bites of school children learning about the Tudors is that the recently liberated head can sometimes remain conscious for a short time after decapitation.
Hell yeah.
Horrifyingly, this is probably true. The question is, how long? One detailed report from a Dr. Brohio in 1905 who reportedly managed to have something of a chat with a decapitated head describes.
Nice.
So tell me how you're feeling. Do you have a headache? The face Okay, this is what the doctor said. The face relaxed, the lids half closed on the eyeballs, leaving only the white of the conjunctiva visible. It was then that I called in a strong, sharp voice, Languille! I saw the eyelids slowly lift up without any spasmodic contractions. Next, Languille's eyes very definitely fixed themselves on mine and the pupils focused themselves. He repeated this 3 times, with the head only becoming unresponsive on the 3rd attempt.
Okay.
Oh my God! If this is truly the case, then it should be that the head survives for anything up to 30 seconds. Some scientists reckon it's probably closer to 3 to 5 seconds due to the rapid decrease in blood pressure. 3 to 5 seconds without a body. However, it's still 3 to 5 seconds too long. Dude, that's fucking wild, man. You're still here for like 5 seconds is a long time.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That was 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That was a long time to just be like, oh, I got my fucking, it's long enough for you to be like, let's get my fucking head chopped off.
I mean, I wonder if you could physically register the pain, though. I don't think you would be able to.
Well, later
I mean, your pain receptors are in your brain, right?
Later on in the story, they chop a guy's head off. He's like, oh, man, this fucking hurts. And he goes, he's not. I
was going to say, damn. Yeah, I mean, at that point, if you don't have a body, can you feel it?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, well, all your nerves are based out of your brain.
Tell you what, cut my head off and give me a boner, and I'll let you know if it works.
If anyone's willing to have their head chopped off for the Brohio podcast, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Subject, head project.
We'll need to write up a waiver first.
Yeah, we want you, it has to be someone single with nothing kind of tying them down. Someone just ready to go. It's just cut my fucking head off. I'm tired of it. Regardless of how long consciousness lingers, most scientists agree that beheading, no matter how quick and clean, would produce excruciating pain for at least a few seconds. And when I was reading this earlier, I was sitting there thinking, every nerve you have when you stub your toe, when you bite your tongue, when you get a paper cut, when you go to put your dick in the wrong way and you hit the area between the butthole and the ball sack. I mean, when you hit the area between the butthole and the vagina and your cock tacos like a Taco Bell grande meal.
Oh, man, that's terrifying.
And it just floppies your wiener, takes your rock hard 2-inch pounder and tacos it in half, bends it. Bends it like I do to a lawn chair when I sit in it. All of that pain goes back to the nerves in your brain. So if someone was to take a guillotine or a saw or fucking what have you, whatever it takes, I missed a large part of reading this. It says, this is all if everything goes swimmingly too. Decapitations carried out with an axe all too often took multiple blows to sever the head.
The fucking axe is small.
The execution of Mary Stuart took 3 blows, during which she let out a horrible groan of pain, and according to some, she kept praying. Damn. The executioner eventually had to hack the rest off with a knife.
Oof.
God damn. But I'm saying, if all of those nerves go in one place, and if you just one swipe all those nerves, imagine feeling every single pain there is all at one time. Just everything kind of, I don't know if it'd sever it, you wouldn't feel it, but
and I don't know.
When you cut your fucking leg off, it hurts, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It doesn't just, you're still gonna feel it. So if it whacks those nerves, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad, and then you're gonna make the Brohio list of the worst ways to die.
Yeah, I'm definitely not interested in decapitation.
We can try it, dude. Like, just not like a mock-up decapitation, not a full one. Just where we hit each other in the necks with baseball bats, but. We're not really going to cut each other's heads off. We're just going to take some shots to the neck.
Just something to induce some CTE.
Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know where he's at. Let's
see here. Next, we go to lethal injection. Our favorite one over here in the States. In the last 40 years since the death penalty was reinstated in 1976, the United States has executed almost 1,500 of its criminals, with at least another 13 planned for 2016, so this is old. Regardless of how barbaric you consider that practice to be, most people tend to agree that our methods are much more humane than all of that messy decapitation and hanging that used to go on. Let's all have a pat on the back for being so clever, and that's, I'm not going to say that because that is a sentence that's missing there.
Okay.
However, though, this may not be true. It is now thought that the most common method of execution, the lethal injection, could actually be much more cruel and painful than it looks. There are 3 elements to a lethal injection. Here we go. Sodium thiopental, to render you unconscious, pancuronium bromide to paralyze you, and potassium chloride to kill you.
That's what you and I would drink, is the bromide.
There you
Bring
go.
me some of that bromide, bro.
The thing is that even though it looks like a medical procedure, the whole thing is virtually unregulated. Yeah. There are no studies, no trials, and no real standard dose that would ensure it to work properly. It is thought that many convicts are given a dose of sodium thiopental.
That big old vitamin D.
That is far too low. Often the highest dose administered is only 2 times the lethal dose for a small animal. This means that they may be paralyzed, but they'll be semi-conscious as the other 2 ingredients slowly suffocate them and stop the heart. The process, which is extremely painful. Eyewitness reports have included instances in which inmates groan, writhe, and even attempt to sit up during the procedure. So that's grim, but you can always go for the electric chair, right?
No, because, oh, God. I feel a certain way about the death penalty.
Okay.
I think that, God damn it, some people deserve it.
Yes.
But then just think about there's a guard in that prison that has to go take care of this guy every single day. And this guy that's on death row has probably been pretty cooperative his entire life after committing that murder. So every day this guard takes a plate to this inmate 3 times a day, and the inmate says, "Thanks, boss, I appreciate it." And they've probably developed a bit of a relationship over the years, whether, as simple as it may be, the inmate may say, "You getting your kids anything for Christmas?" Yada, yada, yada. They start this relationship. And if you ask that guard, like, do you think this guy deserves the death penalty? He would probably be pretty conflicted about it, honestly, to see that, because I do believe that people can change, just like you and I have changed over the years. We're not the same people that we were 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Some people definitely can.
People can change. I don't think that gives them a right to re-enter society, and I don't think it gives them a get-out-of-jail-free card for the murders they committed. I just think it's a slippery slope. But then on the flip side, there's been guys I know without a shadow of a doubt that have been executed that were probably innocent.
Oh, yeah.
And to think about that, what if that was you or I? What if you or I were in a gas station just trying to buy some condoms to fuck each other, and someone runs up behind us and smokes the person at the cash register, stuffs the gun in our pocket, and then knocks us the fuck out, and there's no video camera there or whatever, and the clerk doesn't remember what happened, and they take you to jail and they execute you and all that stuff just because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, there's that one photo where it's like this was back, I don't know how long ago. That was probably like back in like the 30 or probably like in the 40s or 50s, maybe the 60s even. That picture they have of it's like a little black boy, the youngest person ever sentenced to death, and
that's ruthless.
They found out like 20 years later that he was innocent.
What?
It's heartbreaking.
It sucks, dude. But then there's guys.
Then there's people that totally fucking deserve it.
There's people that haven't killed anyone that deserve to fucking die.
Oh yeah.
We won't get into that because it will sound like a couple hillbillies. I'm not trying to have that fucking wicked put on me tonight, especially with Donald Trump only being 60 seconds around the corner. We should have reached out to the Secret Service to see if we could get him down here in the Brohio studios next to the Cat Box to do an interview tonight. It's gonna be huge. Guys, I know it's a tough world out there right now, and things are different right now. I know there's things that can get in the way of you achieving your personal goals. For instance, I was down in the dumps over this, of everything, just kind of being away from my family and being away from my friends. I felt like I was running in a never-ending circle until I reached out to the wonderful professionals at BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist, and they're going to connect with you in a safe and private online environment, so it's super convenient, guys. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's quick. It's so important to get that quick help too. And it's not self-help. It's professional counseling, and that's why it helped with me so tremendously. You can send a message to your counselor anytime, and they're going to be there to answer you. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without having to go sit in some weird, nasty office somewhere and be completely uncomfortable. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they can make it easy and free to change counselors if the need arises. Doesn't matter where you're at in the world or what you're trying to overcome. Depression, stress, anxiety, family conflicts, anger, grief, self-esteem, whatever it is, they can help you, and it's going to be completely discreet and confidential. And my favorite part, it's professional and it's affordable. You can check out the testimonials posted on their site daily. And in fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. And I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener of the Brohio podcast, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting BetterHelp.com/Brohio. That's BetterHelp.com/Brohio. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp.com/Brohio. Next on their list is the electric chair. In the face of a shortage of lethal injection drugs, the U.S. are thinking of bringing back the old Sparky electric chair. This, however, is a terrible way to go. Even if all goes well, there's no getting around the fact that the inmate is essentially cooked to death.
Pretty much.
I'll have mine medium rare, please. No A1 sauce because I'm a fucking man. As the current zaps through the body, the heart stops, the blood boils, and the nervous system jams, causing asphyxiation. Bodies will swell up, and boiling hot blood will pour out of every orifice. Sometimes the eyeballs pop out, and flames burst from under the skin. That's
crazy.
Cool. The body temperature is so hot that the flesh cooks and can fall away. That's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, then the voltage might not quite be high enough to kill you.
Oh, man.
At least not quickly enough. There have been instances where the process has taken up to 10 minutes.
Holy shit.
Put me in a fucking crock pot. That would suck. This shit over with. Slow cooking the inmate as opposed to the preferable flash fry. As the current renders them unable to control movement or speech, they'll have to just silently cook, still conscious. Oh, man, with the lethal drugs running out, some states are seriously considering bringing back old Sparky so as not to fall behind on the whole killing people thing. If they must, then they might actually be better off going back to the guillotine. Dude,
what the fuck is wrong with just shooting someone in the head?
I know.
Just old yellering. That's
what our grandpas would say. Oh, one bullet's pretty fucking cheap.
Right.
I think that, but yeah, if they wanted to zap my ass, they didn't have enough voltage to kill me, and I just kind of rendered me retarded halfway through it. Problem with like me being in the death chair, I would inevitably poop my pants, probably really quick into it.
Yeah.
Probably shit my pants before they took me in there, just so no one would want to.
I've definitely heard horror stories where it taking a minute, like a couple minutes to actually kill people, but up to 10 minutes, that's insane.
There was lethal injection in Ohio a few years ago where they injected the guy and he did not do a good job dying. He fucking held on for as long as he could. They think this lethal injection is the end all be all, but he was like, he was fucking grinding his way through it. And it's inhumane, but like, we just said, some people need to fucking die.
Yeah, George Carlin had a really good bit where he talked about people these days and over cleaning things and just hand sanitizer, constantly washing hands and stuff. And he said it's so bad when you go in for a lethal injection, they swab your fucking arm with alcohol.
Yeah, you're still alive though, man. Still alive.
Hey, you're getting electrocuted. What the fuck is an infection gonna hurt?
It's pretty stupid. I think it's not a good way to go at all.
Oh no,
I'm
good.
To go back, you covered the dehydration as a way to die.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a meme I saw. Is it a meme or is it a meme? It's a meme.
It's whatever we make it.
Okay, it's a meme. That said, it had a picture from that festival in Ireland or whatever where it's just all redheaded people.
Yeah. Justin Rimmel posted that, and I posted a GIF that said, "It's so beautiful."
Do you remember what the joke was? If there's rust on the roof, there's water in the basement. I had to think about that one for a second. I think they're talking about a wet butthole or a wet vagina, either one.
The wet butthole doesn't sound fun.
So we got a friend. He's got fire orange hair, and he's got a really wet butthole for sure.
Oh God, I don't even want to think about it.
It's squishy. When you slap them butt cheeks together, it sounds like you're jumping on a waterbed.
That's so gross.
When you slap your butt cheeks together and it sounds like somebody's jumping on a waterbed, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what kind of medical condition you're dealing with. If it's uncomfortable, how many times a day you have to wipe your wet butthole. Please let us know what makes your butthole wet. Thank you, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Very informative.
Okay.
Next, we got Crucifixion. Can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned crucifixion.
And I made sure to leave this one for you because you're the more religious of the two.
All right. As far as execution methods go, crucifixion is probably one of the most high-profile. It's the most fanciest, and it's definitely no barrel of laughs. Okay.
Jesus.
Many of us tend to think it is almost purely symbolic, but the reality is that it was an unbelievably brutal method of torture and execution. Everybody probably has a pretty strong mental image of a crucifixion, but the actual cause of death is less well known. Although sticking nails through a person's hands and feet and leaving them on a remote hilltop will probably not do them much good, it is thought that the actual cause of death for most crucified people was actually suffocation. That's what I've heard as well. They usually just suffocate to death.
Put them big old fucking titties on my face. Kill me with them movies.
So initially when a person is nailed to a cross, they will instinctively, that was a local band name, they were called Nailed to a Cross, they will instinctively try to support their weight on their injured hands or feet. But once the strength gives out and the legs and the arms are pulled from their sockets and the chest hangs down, this makes it incredibly difficult to fully exhale, and the carbon dioxide levels in the body will go up and up as they can do little else but take tiny sips of air. This process can take many hours or even days. In fact, it was considered the kinder practice to break the victim's legs first so that the first period of suffering is shortened. I've heard that before, too. They'd smash their leg bones first.
Jeez, man.
So they can't even hold themselves up.
The fucking goddamn Jews. Aren't they the ones that killed Jesus, or is it the Romans, or who killed fucking Jesus? I think Jesus was a Jew.
The Romans physically killed him. I think that the Jews were the ones that gave him up. Because wasn't Judas a Jew?
I don't remember.
I think so.
I read the Bible and I don't remember.
Judas was the one that dimed him out. He was the snitch.
What a piece of shit.
And then the Romans were the ones that crucified him, though, I think.
Judas, if you're listening to this podcast, fuck you. And your Jesus ass giving up shit. Fucking snitch ass bitch. What's next here on our list? Oh God, this one's bad too.
Yeah, I don't know what this one. Oh, okay, never mind. I know what this is.
Decompression.
Okay.
And I was racking my brain. I myself was trying to think of what way I would not want to go out. Mm-hmm. Number one on that list, and there's a lot of wild ways that people have died. It's not just this is not an all-inclusive list because there's people that have died in really weird fucking ways.
Right.
But these are the most common deaths that I guess, that they could find. And as far as common death, I would not want to drown. I think that would be remarkably miserable.
Yeah.
I think that would be terrible.
They say it's peaceful in the very end, though. I don't know how the fuck they would know that. Like I said, I don't know what Richter scale they're using to measure this.
I guess, what if you still have, once the water fills your lungs, if you still have you're still awake? Well, I guess you would.
I mean, you would die, but
holding your breath.
You can only hold your breath for so long, yeah.
Yeah. You would have to be awake when the water rushes into your lungs.
Yeah, definitely.
What if...
Unless somehow you have a heart attack. Then you might be lucky. That's actually not... You're not drowning to death at that point, then.
COVID.
Right.
For sure. In 1983... 4 divers were inside a decompression chamber on the Byford Dolphin oil rig when explosively decompressed.
This is bad news.
The air pressure went from 9 atmospheres to 1 in less than a second. The damage it wrought on one of the divers was nothing short of catastrophic.
Who was this? There was somebody famous that died from this.
From decompression?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. Matthew McConaughey?
No, fuck, who was it? They went diving. Right. They went diving, and then later that day they flew on a plane.
Oh, I can see how that would...
And then it killed them because they didn't properly decompress. Fuck, who was it?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, look it up. Do it on your little cellular device real quick.
The
everything in the thoracic and abdominal... Oh my God.
Abdominal?
Thoracic and abdominal regions, including his spine, were forcibly ejected from the body.
Oh, Billy Mays, I think that was it.
Billy Mays!
Was that him? Maybe.
Yeah, he was the, but wait, there's more. He was the infomercial guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how he died. I don't know. I know Steve Irwin took a stingray right to the fucking tits.
I almost originally said John Denver, and I was like, well, he flew, he died in a plane.
He did. The, everything... I skipped over this part kind of fast right here. His spine and other parts of his body was forcibly ejected and flung up to 30 feet. So that would be a fucking wicked way to go, man. His chest, organs, and trachea were found scattered about the chamber. God damn. The sudden drop in pressure will have caused the blood to boil, and the autopsy found high levels of fat in the blood that had essentially dropped out of its dissolved state as it boiled. The saving grace for the Byford Dolphin incident is that it was extremely quick, which is more than can be said for the Russian Soyuz 11 mission. As the crew re-entered the atmosphere in 1971, a seal leaked, causing the cabin to depressurize. Any gas trapped in the lungs expands and damages the delicate tissue, particularly if the victims listen to their instinct to hold their breath as the air escapes.
It wasn't Billy Mays. He did die on an airplane, though.
Okay.
He hit his head.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, I don't know.
The crew would have felt as though they had been kicked in the chest, unable to draw breath. Bubbles of gases dissolved in the blood will begin to form and travel around the circulatory system, causing extreme pain and obstructing blood flow. They would probably have experienced terrible muscle cramps. The entire crew were found dead from asphyxiation by the time they made it to the ground. What a fucking violent way to die, dude. Just... Everything gets sucked out of your body and just thrown around, just like a giant. And I've been so drunk before that I've thrown up stuff inside of my body that wasn't necessarily food or water.
Yeah.
One time I detached a rib and I threw it up, and it hurt coming up. I was drinking Goldschlager that night. You want to talk about a nasty ass fucking drink, dude? Do you have one drink that you can't fuck with at all?
Any more Jaeger?
Jaeger, huh?
Yeah, we drank a whole bottle of it one night in a hot tub. And I spent hours throwing up. I can't do it anymore.
What was the guy's name that you were with? Henry.
It was me and Hector.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore. Ever since then, it's that pretty much was the turning point for me stopping with liquor.
Yeah,
it pretty much soured all liquor for me.
Although I've never seen liquor put in front of you that you wouldn't drink, though.
I will drink stuff if the liquor is very in the back. if there's a lot of sweet going on, I'll take it.
Okay.
Or if it's like bourbon or scotch or whiskey, I'll drink that just because I can sip that.
Yeah, that's definitely
it's a gentleman's
but just
drink.
to take like a fucking shot of
Yeah.
Rumplemints or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'll do a shot every now and then, but I can't do multiple because 34 years old, the hangover is for real.
Hellacious.
It's bad. Next we got, which is my top one that I would never want to die by, burning. And I almost fucking died this weekend from a fire, so it's okay. My dumbass thought that it would be an okay thing to put half of a Christmas tree that's been sitting outside since last year. The flames, dude, I threw it in the fire pit. The flames got to the roof of my house.
Yeah, Rob.
The second story of my house.
You had a birthday party for your wife for the weekend, and I get a Snapchat. There's a fucking fire raging in your backyard. And we live in suburban Ohio. The backyards are not big. And I said, God damn, that fire is really close to their house and the neighbor's house.
And that was, that fucker was like at least 15 feet tall. It was pretty sweet.
So those firefighter videos where they're always like, your Christmas tree can go up and fuck your house
my
up real
gosh.
fast.
Let me tell you what.
Totally believe it now?
It caught, I'm gonna say this. It caught just the tip of the tree, and within 2 seconds, the rest of the tree was up.
Jeez, man.
And I mean, when I say it was on fire, it was fucking on fire.
That's great. We got to find a Christmas tree to light on fire.
Thanks
Thanks for keeping yours around for nearly a whole
you know
year.
what? I'm this coming up here because we always buy real ones. I'm gonna leave this one out too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna find a more open area to burn it in.
Oh, let's do it in the house next time.
In the house. Fuck that, man. Everything will go up. Burning. So, those would you rather questions? If somebody gives you the option of burning to death or freezing to death, choose freezing. The human race has come up with this sickening vast array of methods to kill one another with fire, from the classic burn at the stake style to being roasted alive in the brazen bowl.
That was my nickname in college, was the brazen bowl.
Okay. There are then, of course, the people who die in a fire by accident. Whilst each has its subtle differences, you can be sure that has hellfire itself, that none is exactly pleasant.
Undertaker!
Oh, God.
Pretty good, right?
That was really good. If you're lucky, then the toxic fumes from the fire will get you first, and then the house fires up to 75% of the people do die of carbon monoxide poisoning rather than burning, so that's a little reassuring. As much as this sounds like a mercy, it is often the reason... Fuck, I talked too soon. It is often the reason people get caught in fires in the first place, as the toxic fumes will render you unresponsive before you can even roll out of bed. Where the cause of death is actually more of a flame meets skin affair, the results are pretty harrowing. Imagine touching a hot plate on the oven. Even if you snatch your hand away at top speed, it still fucking hurts.
The article says frickin'.
Yeah, and I'm not saying frickin'. Now imagine that you can't snatch the hand away. The immediate acute pain is felt as the flames get close to the skin, stimulating the nerves and beginning to cook the flesh to begin with. This actually boosts the skin's pain sensitivity.
Jesus.
Sort of your body's way of trying to get you out of there. After a short while, the top layer of your skin, the skin containing the most sensitive nerves, will have burned away, and the deeper, duller pain will set in. You'll probably stay conscious long enough to smell your own body cooking, and eventually burn victims will die of blood and fluid loss, causing the heart to stop. And I did hear that at one point, not that this is reassuring because you have to fight through all the pain, but I have heard that once you get so far into a burn, and it burns away all the nerves, you can't fucking feel anything anymore. But
Jesus,
still,
man.
imagine feeling all that pain up until then.
That would be terrible.
Yeah.
And how are they finding people that are able to give these accounts?
I don't know.
I guess, science is whatever.
I don't fucking know, man.
Kane lit Undertaker on fire in the casket.
Yeah. Remember that really bad Halloween Havoc where Hogan threw the fire and it went out before it hit, was it Sting or was it Ultimate Warrior?
I can't remember.
I think it was Warrior.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it went out and he still had to sell it.
Kane! Your brother Kane!
Fucking love Paul Bearer, man. R.I.P.
Radiation. Radiation. Despite what the movies may have told you, exposure to radiation is much more likely to result in a long, agonizing death than superpowers.
Oh.
No, I think
Darn.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, radiated spider.
Radiation. The actual process that produces symptoms is the ability of ionizing radiation to rip apart atoms and molecules, making them highly unstable and reactive. This understandably is not very, very good for you. The severity of your symptoms depends on the dose and the type of radiation. Small doses will bring about nausea, headaches, vomiting, fevers, and rashes, much like ingesting too much Tylenol or too much BW3s. Slightly higher doses will start to rip your cells, causing blood cells, white and red, to die. This means a weakened immune system, hemophilia, and anemia as your white blood cell, red blood cell, and platelet counts plummet. Those of you who paid attention in science class will notice that this is basically everything that makes blood blood. At extreme doses, the skin becomes red and blistered and begins to slouch off.
That doesn't sound fucking good at all. It just sags until it falls off.
I'm having a stroke.
Ugh.
There's an increased risk of neurological damage, throwing tremors and seizures into the mix. The headaches and vomiting become debilitating, intense, and treatments such as blood and bone marrow transfusions will be ineffective. You will almost certainly die at these doses, and fast. This is the case with short, intense bursts of radiation. However, long-term, low-level exposure massively increases the risk of cancers, and the radiation will cause your DNA to physically mutate.
Okay.
Man. And I've always heard that if we do have a nuclear war, some type of, that if you're within so many, imagine what those people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki felt whenever these bombs were dropped on them. It just,
death.
It turned them into dust, essentially. So
it was enough to end a fucking war.
A world war.
A world war, not just,
Yeah. And there was
devastation.
And speaking of wars, whatever, there was one snippet I read that there were a lot of stories in World War I where soldiers drowned in mud. They wouldn't drown in water. They would slowly drown in mud while out in the trenches and shit. And I think that would be a fucking...
That's terrifying.
Terrible way to die, is drowning in mud. Out there in no man's land, just trying to survive, man. Drowning in the mud.
Ugh.
But this generation, we would do pretty well in the mud because we eat a lot of ass, so we probably wouldn't.
Just what do we call breakfast?
Give me that booty. And I want to know if any of you have ever met someone that when, we always say, eating ass. That's our generation's thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know our parents were eating the booty because we didn't just get buttholes installed in the past 10 years.
That's very true.
Buttholes have been around for a long time.
Yeah, I think people just talk about it a lot more.
And there's a lot of wandering spirits, a lot of people out there who just wonder about the universe.
I think a lot of people are just flexing when they say it too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guys probably say, like, I'll eat your booty.
It's a booty hole flex.
And then you get her in the position. He literally, like, corn on the cob.
He's just like...
I wasn't serious about this. And back to what I was saying, there was, our grandpas were just like, hit it one time.
Oh, yeah.
Just hit it with one quick, real little blast it real quick.
And I feel like they weren't as up to date on their hygiene back then too, so it would have been even worse.
And that could be another reason that we just started eating ass in the past, since maybe it came along with Y2K. I would
Cleaner
say.
bowls.
Women, our mothers and grandmothers didn't shave that much, so
right.
As my father would say, she took her pants off, looked like she had buckwheat in the leg lock.
I love that.
I think that with the invention of Nair and I guess razors, I don't know.
Yeah,
razors have been around. When did women start shaving their legs too? I don't know the answer to that.
Probably back whenever they were first allowed to fucking show their legs.
Yeah, let's do a quick. When did women start
the 20s
shaving their legs? I'm going to say the 1940s.
Okay. I'm going far. There, look at you, 1940s.
God.
Damn, I'm 2 decades early.
The norm to remove leg hair for women became very strong in the 1940s. More specifically, it moved from fad to custom in a matter of months in the early 1940s. A later survey in 1964 indicated that 98% of American women aged 15 to 44 routinely shave their legs. And if you ain't shaving your legs, girl, you go for it, okay? You do you.
Well, we knew that fucking they weren't interested in shaving their bushes until the late 90s, so that's
for sure. Well, I can't speak for any authenticity. Well, I've told the story before where my aunt was babysitting us.
Yeah.
And I come around the corner and she was showing her bush to my mom for whatever fucking reason.
Right.
She was doing that. I turned the corner and I said, poof, like it made a noise when I saw it. And that's how you know.
Oh.
That's how you know our aunts and moms and grandmas had good bushes, because when you would see them and you weren't ready for it, the fucking bush would make a noise. It's almost like a recoil, like a defensive flex.
Yeah, you want it kind of like a fern.
It knew a kid was in the room and it would make a noise.
Like a puffer fish.
Yeah, like a bow up like a fucking cobra. Like a kid in the room. And the bush would make a noise. It's just like like a cat running through a real bush is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
And it would just like flex its, you hear it. You gotta arch up and fucking show what the fuck's going on.
Power move.
And sometimes when I grow my pubes out really, because I've thought about dreads a couple times, but I grow my pubes out really far. And
Yeah.
If my pubes hear my kids coming, then they'll make a noise. They'll flex up too. Start, you can hear it. It's kind of like putting your ear up to a seashell and you can hear the
Hear the ocean.
Is that what it is?
I
The
think so.
ocean? I don't know what the fuck it is. All I remember is when I was a kid, they would say you could hear the ocean if you put your ear up to the conch or the seashell.
Yeah.
I could never fucking hear it. I can't. Like, it never made sense
It's
to
just
me.
like,
Yeah, and later on I figured that out, but I would like hang 10 motherfucker. I'm listening for surfers and sea turtles butt fucking each other, and it's just there's nothing. Radio silence for sure. All right, I'm so jealous you get this last one.
you have no idea what the fuck this is. Is it Scafism? Scafism, or the boats, was an ancient method of execution designed by the Persians to cause as much suffering as possible before death. The only description of the practice that we have are from the Greeks, the mortal enemies of the Persians, so we can't entirely be sure as to how common of a practice this actually was, or whether the Greeks used it a bit, with a bit of artistic license here. One thing we can be sure of, however, is that it would be a terrible way to die. So the victim would be trapped inside two boats or hollowed out tree trunks.
Yeah, I ain't wasting my boat on one of these motherfuckers.
With just their head, hands, and feet protruding. They would be force-fed milk and honey, some kind of Persian irony there, to the point at which they would develop horrendous diarrhea. Okay. Okay.
Could you imagine drinking so much milk and eating so much honey that you just start fucking shitting all over yourself?
No. I mean, I can imagine it, but I don't want to.
I don't have an intolerance to dairy, and I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, a little bit. If I eat enough of it, it fucks me up.
So I know some people eat an ice cream cone, and they're just like, and they just immediately start pooping their pants.
Yeah, mine. It takes a lot more than that, but it'll get me. It'll get me.
This would definitely be an easy way to make someone poop their pants.
So at this point, more milk and honey would be poured all over them, particularly the eyes, mouth, and genitals, in order to attract insects.
That's a penis or vagina for those of you keeping
This is
score at
fucking
home.
awful. The idea was that as the boats filled with honey, milk, and feces, biting and burrowing insects would colonize it, inflicting horrible torture on the victim. So there was a debate as to whether the insects would actually burrow into the skin or simply drive the victim mad as they swarmed, but this, combined with whatever injuries were inflicted, because you can be sure that they definitely were inflicting injuries, would cause the body to become horrendously gangrenous. And that is terrible to think about. The torture was dragged out for as long as possible, but death would eventually come as a result of dehydration, starvation, exhaustion, and septic shock.
That's a fucking horrible.
That is awful.
That's disgusting.
Oof.
My wiener.
My wiener.
Termites eat your wiener?
Oh, God.
It'd spit mine out.
Get off my wood.
I was listening to a clip of Matthew McConaughey on Howard Stern this past week, and they were talking about Matthew McConaughey's family and how his dad always said he wanted to go out fucking, and that's kind of he would let the whole family know. He said, I want to go out fucking your mom. And apparently his mom and dad had divorced and remarried each other 3 different times.
Oh, wow. That's
kind of
fun.
And he said he had a really crazy family, man. But he always said that Matthew McConaughey's dad, he said, I want to go out railing your mom. And sure as shit, he passed away having sex with Matthew McConaughey's mom. And whenever the coroner, they came in the house and they covered him up, and they were taking him out, he still had a boner. And she started raging because she knew that he wanted, when he got dragged out of the house when he was dead, he wanted to be uncovered and butt naked so everybody in the neighborhood could see how big his dick was. So as they're dragging him outside to the corner van, she's running outside and, wrapped up in a sheet like, get that fucking sheet off of him! And she ripped the sheet off of him. And
what a good woman.
Everybody in the neighborhood
what a good woman.
could see how big of a meat rocket this guy was fucking swinging. And what would you expect from the father of Matthew McConaughey?
Exactly, yeah.
He probably had enough dick to spare for all of us.
Good for him.
Yeah. I think I'm going to tell my wife tonight when I go to bed, like, if I die and we're having sex, make sure you cover me up because I don't want these motherfuckers talking shit around here. Cover me up real good. They'd have to change the paperwork. I think he's a female. Got a flat spot. Next, this is a really goofy one I found. Executions by elephants. Not fat guys or fat chicks. We're talking about real-life elephants. In South and Southeast Asia, elephants were trained to crush, dismember, and torture prisoners, especially mutilated soldiers in public arenas.
All right.
Because elephants are such intelligent animals, they are able to take directions well. God damn.
Oof.
An Asian elephant could kill a victim immediately if that was the desired outcome, but he or she could also draw it out if they were feeling particularly vindictive.
Ugh.
Well, nothing spells trouble like a vindictive Asian elephant, buddy. If I have anything to warn my family about. Often it would take hours for a victim to die. Leaders were so fond of using an elephant to kill enemies, not just for physical reasons, but also psychological ones. Death by elephant signified both absolute power over man as well as a man's control of nature. A combination of the two was thought to be the most complete type of power, and it validated the ruler's position. While the practice was suppressed and eventually eradicated during the 18th and 19th centuries when European colonization popularized quieter forms of torture and sneakier types of suppression, many travel logs recounting public executions by elephants still exist to this day.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
And there's a video on the internet from many, many years ago where a guy's cleaning an elephant enclosure and he gets too close to the elephant's butthole and the elephant goes to sit down and this guy's head goes completely up the fucking elephant's asshole. It didn't kill him, but his head, he was shoulder to butt cheeks for sure. He was eating the booty for sure. He was all the way up in it.
Yeah, elephants aren't to be fucked with, man. I remember speaking of videos, there was the one video where it was some sort of elephant enclosure and they were trying to close up the gate on one of them.
Yeah.
And it just headbutt the gate and it sent the dude fucking flying like 15 feet away.
Dude,
it's pretty good.
Elephants are fucking assholes.
And then it went on a rampage. So I could fucking imagine.
That's fantastic. There was an article I found that was pretty funny. It was from Galveston, Texas. A Texas woman denies giving her husband a fatal sherry enema.
All right.
Like the fucking liquor.
Yeah.
She denies giving her husband a fatal sherry enema that an autopsy showed gave him a blood alcohol content of 0.47.
Oof.
God damn. Tammy Jean Warner was indicted on a charge of negligent homicide for allegedly providing sherry for her husband. She claims Michael Warner, 58, was addicted to enemas. Oh, he was a butt chugger deluxe-or, and gave himself the procedure that led to his death. Tests after Michael Warren's death showed his blood alcohol level was about 6 times the legal limit to drive. Investigators told the Chronicle Michael Warner could not ingest alcohol by drinking. Okay. Tammy Jean Warner said her husband used alcohol in enemas because his body would absorb alcohol faster that way.
That's very true.
Warner, who's also charged with destroying Michael Warner's will, claims her husband's adult children are behind the allegations. The man's estate totaled more than $317,000. Quote, "My husband told me he loved me more than anything in the world except for God," Warren told the newspaper. "I'm not ashamed of my husband because I loved him and I supported him 1,000%. Whatever he wanted to do, that's the way he went out, and I'm sure that's the way he wanted to go out because he loved his enemas."
Don't we all, lady? Don't we all?
Oh, man. I did an enema one time, but there was a guy with a dick doing it.
Pissing into your ass?
Yeah, he said, "I'm going to pee inside you. But the closer I can get my pee hole to your kidneys, the better it's just going to feel for both of us." So I said, go ahead and pee in my stomach, buddy. There's a lot of room in there. I haven't had anything to eat today. I'm feeling pretty good. Just go ahead and pee all up in it. And then I found another kind of bizarre list of a bunch of different weird ways that people have died over the years. The Randy Lanes, he was impaled on the bill of a swordfish.
Oh,
What
gosh.
a fucking horrible way. 450 people per year die falling out of bed. That's a lot.
Get rid of the weak.
Well, then there's 150. This is a staggering statistic, dude. 150 people per year die from falling fucking coconuts that fall out of trees. I've watched enough Jungle Book to know that it's just supposed to be like, doink.
That's like some Looney Tune shit.
That a fallen coconut shouldn't hurt you that bad.
I know.
But apparently 150 times a year, someone takes a coconut to the fucking head.
You fucking squishy skulled motherfuckers.
Yeah, they don't even know it, so you need to I guess wear a helmet when you're doing something like that. There's
Crushed by your partner. That's how I want to go out.
get the big old boobies up on my head. Falling off a ladder and landing headfirst into a water butt. What's a water butt?
God.
There was a man killed by his own explosive while trying to steal from a condom dispenser.
What the... Why are you trying to steal from condom dispensers? Those things aren't that expensive.
It's just raw dog it, dude. It feels a lot better.
It's
anyways.
not worth death.
There was the Sherry enema, which I already told you guys about that one. 24 people each year are killed by champagne corks.
First off, if you drink champagne on a regular, you deserve to die. The fucking
Got him!
the champagne cork.
Got him!
That sucks.
Strangled by neckties or scarves. I do
Okay.
know of an industrial accident where a man was working underneath of a conveyor, like a roller conveyor,
Mm-hmm.
and his hoodie got stuck in it. This was very close to my circle, but
Yep.
what a fucking
I heard about that one.
unfortunate way to go out, man.
Yep. bueno.
Alexandria Pop 46 was eaten by a drove of pigs. That would certainly suck. Every year there's spectator deaths where it's people getting hit by golf balls, cricket balls, rally or racing cars.
Eating too many carrots? We're 31. What the fuck? How do you eat so many carrots you die?
Falling off of an inflatable artwork? What the fuck does that mean?
Inflatable artwork, huh? There's a water butt again.
There's all kinds of wild ones on here, man.
Drowning in the bath, I could see that. Falling asleep and just fucking...
And there's a website that I go to sometimes called Documenting Reality, and they have a lot of kind of goes along the same lines as Rotten.com and stuff like that. But they have a lot of terrorist videos on there, and I see a lot of ways that Al Qaeda tortures and kills people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really fucked up ways, and the I don't like watching people get decapitated, but that's
it
once you've seen it once, you've kind of seen all of them.
right.
The worst one I've seen is they put 6 or 7 hostages in a cage, and they just lower the cage into the water, and then just a close-up HD video of them all just
Drowning
to death. Essentially going unconscious and
Damn.
dying. Yeah,
That's
Al Qaeda's they're a bunch of real fucking assholes. Dropping weights on yourself while doing presses.
Ooh, no.
Burned to death while making a barbecue from an oil drum.
If you're cooking on an oil drum,
Kicked by a horse.
that would suck.
That would fucking hurt my dick for sure. And if you we went to ranker.com, they did a poll and people voted to say what's the
top 2 are burning, though.
burning alive
okay.
or execution by burning are the 2 ways that people
Buried
would
alive
least like
would
to die.
suck.
Yeah, being buried alive would be horrible. Because that would be such a slow... I would always...
Suffocation. I mean, that's pretty much what it would turn to.
I always thought a horrible death would be to know that, death is coming. Just to
Right.
sit there and...
Just the inevitability of it.
Yeah, in a short time, I guess if, they gave... cancer is one that I've watched happen.
Yeah.
And that is such a horrible way to go out, man. I've only seen it really bad in one loved one,
Mm-hmm.
but to see what it did, I hope I never have to
Yeah.
see anyone go through that again, or that I have to go through it.
Yeah, cancer sucks.
Number 4, slow dismemberment.
Okay.
Drawn and quartered, where they just cut you up. Impalement. There was one article I read where the guy didn't die, but I don't know how I got to it. He had his leg amputated, and he had to sign some paperwork with the doctors. He wanted to keep his leg.
Okay.
Once he kept his leg, he cooked it, and he ate the skin, or he ate the meat off of his own leg. He put it in the...
Recycling.
He said it wasn't that bad. He said it was kind of...
Okay.
A little bit, tastes like bison almost, is what he said.
Huh. Can't hate that.
I would taste like absolute shit for sure. It spit me out. Number 7, stoned to death.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Brazen bull. Did we talk about the brazen bull?
Yeah, we mentioned the brazen bull.
Eaten by cannibals. Crucifixion. Suffocation.
No breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
There we go. There's another copyright infringement. Iron Maiden? That's a
hell yeah.
That's a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Slowly burned to death by acid.
You just can't put like slowly and like yeah, fucking course. Any slow death is gonna suck.
Oh, boiled alive, that would fucking suck.
Murdered
too.
by chainsaws. I've seen those videos before.
Those are really fun.
Chainsaw to the head.
A blood eagle.
Don't know what that is.
The prisoner was cut from the spine and his back skinned and opened up. Then the ribs were hacked away to get at the lungs, which were then placed on the shoulders to resemble the folded wings of a bald eagle, all while he's alive. And if he makes a sound, then he shall not be allowed into Valhalla.
Okay.
I'm not going there, wherever the fuck that's at.
That's we just, I don't know.
I got chili dogs at Valhalla earlier. Devoured by starving dogs.
Judas Cradle. What's that?
Oh, that sounds like a really cool finisher move.
Oh, colon perforated by a horse.
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands, yep. Slowly ran over by a tank. Feet first, okay. Lynching. Yeah, no thank you there. No. Human centipede. I don't think that's a real thing.
What is that?
Number 34.
Oh my god, there's a picture of a butthole right there.
Yeah, mouth onto an asshole.
How do we get to that one? I definitely want to see what's going on right there. What is the human centipede?
It's a movie, man.
There was a butthole in that picture, though.
Yeah, that's what happens. They sew your mouth to an asshole, and it's like 3 or 4 people, and it's like down a line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. It's a movie.
I had no idea of this.
Yeah, dog.
How do we... Oh, yeah, she definitely sewn to a butthole right there.
Yep.
And you just poop into the mouth?
Yeah, I'd want to be the front of that one, so that way I wasn't eating anyone's shit.
Dude, I had no idea.
Yeah, man, those movies are crazy. That's what it looked. Yeah,
that's fucking horrible.
It's funny. Didn't you know that was a real thing? Well, it's not really. It's not really. I mean, I guess it's a real thing, but it's a movie for sure.
Really yucky.
Yeah.
I would not. I don't have very big lips, so they'd have a. I don't have mud flaps in my butthole either, so I have a hard time getting those two together.
You'll have a meaty asshole.
I mean, I do have a meaty asshole, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, yeah.
Beefy. I have a beefy asshole.
There you go.
All right. Well,
here we are.
Worst ways to die. There it is. What's your least desired way to go out, Rob Dog?
I don't want to burn, man.
You don't want to burn.
No.
Okay. I don't want to drown.
Okay.
So you keep the water, I'll keep the fire, and we'll
there we go.
Keep each other safe.
And if we meet in the middle, we both stalemate, so we're good.
I'm completely doomed and plagued by heart disease from my family loins, so if I could just eliminate a heart attack, I'd probably live a really long time. Just got to get over that hump, though.
Yeah.
The doctor's like, we're going to give you 7 or 8 more of these pills. God damn it, I got to fucking stop eating chili dogs.
Man, I'm weird with pills. I'm like one of the people that taking pills freaks them out. It's like I'll put them in my mouth. Even if I take like an Excedrin or something, I'll put one in my mouth and I'll be like, 1, 2, 1.
I had
it's in my head, man.
Someone we weren't really friends with him. I knew a dude, and for some odd reason, I wound up at his house after school in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a headache, and his mom was like, "Here, just take some Tylenol." He's like, "I can't fucking swallow pills," and she's like, "I can't help you. Take the Tylenol or do whatever." And then his brother walked by, and his brother's like, "Dude, just fucking snort it." Yeah, I'm walking. And I was in like this is, about 7th or 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting there. He's just got 2 Tylenol in his hand. And he said, "Is it really that hard to swallow it?" And I said, "Dude, I don't have any problems swallowing pills." He's like, "How do I snort it?" And I knew how to snort cocaine. I'd never done it, but I knew how it went down. And I'd heard about people snorting pills at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "You just got to crush it up and then snort it." And this fucking dude went to the kitchen and got a porcelain bowl and came back and smashed it, and he snorted that motherfucker. Just straight
for him.
2 Tylenol. straight to the head.
Wonder if it worked faster.
All I know is his nose started bleeding really bad afterwards,
Yeah.
and then he went to his mom, and
Did he have to tell her what he did?
his mom looked like a man to begin with.
Okay.
And she grabbed this motherfucker by the back of his big, long, goofy hair, and she started smacking him on the back of the head like, if someone's choking on something, you start slapping on the back.
Yeah.
She started slapping him on the back of the head like he was going to de-snort all these fucking pills that he just snorted.
It's not how it works.
No, it's not at all
Not
how
at
it
all.
works. But yeah, it fucked him up pretty good. He said it hurt really bad, and he would never do it again. So I would not recommend snorting Tylenols. I don't know.
Unless you've done a lot of cocaine, then it probably isn't a
Probably
thing.
wouldn't be an issue at all, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to this episode titled Worst Ways to Die.
Sure, yeah.
Write us. Tell us what you think the worst way to die would be. We'd be happy to listen to you. So,
Sure.
thanks for listening, folks.
Yeah, thank you. Love you.